Dear YouTube subscribers, whoever wants to heal yourself, realize that the hospital will not help you. You can only heal by taking medicine into your own hands. I have been so deprived of energy, so fatigued, have so many unexplained symptoms, and doctors just shift me from one to another. They refuse to even order basic testing. It took me 3 months of getting a glucose tolerance with insulin test ordered, where they're supposed to give you 100 milliliters of glucose and then see your body response every hour on the hour. So it took me all day once I finally got that test at the lab at the Bayfront, and they messed it up. Even though I asked them, you are measuring glucose, you are measuring insulin every hour on the hour. I was there all day. They poked me like 5 or 6 times with a needle to take my blood every time on the hour, and I still messed it up. So we still don't know. And remember that 40% of diabetics have normal glucose. You may be diabetic, and 10 years later, when you die from cardiovascular disease, they'll find out, do an autopsy, that you were diabetic. So please watch my videos and help save lives of yourself and your loved ones. So this is my 3rd day of fasting. I started at 185 pounds, which I don't know where they're coming from, because I have, I guess, so much insulin that even though I eat so healthy and I intermittent fast and I only eat in maybe 7-hour window at most and very healthy, I still constantly gain weight. I gained 25 pounds in the past 2 months. So basically that's insulin. If for some reason your insulin is high, maybe from trauma and stress, or you being on ketogenic diet for too long, that insulin will tell your body, don't spend energy, store everything. So when you eat, you feel tired, you want to sleep, you have no energy, but your body stores fat. Amazing, right? But so stupid. So the only way to lower insulin is to go on water fasting. And this is what I decided to do to reset my body. There are actually 75 benefits to water fasting, prolonged water fasting, worth over $10 million that you can watch on my YouTube channel. Please check every video in my fasting playlist by Anastasia for Light. And remember, you can only heal yourself in this country. The doctors will just wait till your organs fail, and then they'll cut those organs out, and they'll ensure that you're dead before the Social Security age. I guess America is a country that really hates their people and trusts stupid people to create diets like high carb, low fat diets. Let's kill everybody from CVD, cardiovascular disease. So that whole movement was created not even by a doctor, by some stupid guy who just wanted to sell more grain and sugar. And for some reason, nobody even questioned. So please follow my advice. Watch Jason Fung videos. Walter Lungo has great videos on fasting benefits, and this is my journal. The great benefit of fasting is you actually not breaking down your muscles, contrary to belief. Your body is smart. It's not going to burn furniture. It's going to burn crap first. It's going to burn through the process of autophagy, which starts at 72 hours, actually even sooner than 72 hours. It starts burning skin cells, cancer cells, the crap in the body, the dead cells. It's just going to clean up and clear out and burn those old cells. And those cells are proteins, so they can convert them to glucose. Also, liver can create glucose from fat. It's difficult, more difficult. It's easy for liver to create fat out of glucose, but for some reason, glucose out of fat, it doesn't have the right enzymes. But our brains can work on ketone bodies, which are amino acids or fat, but it's smaller, so it can pass the blood-brain barrier and actually feed our brain. And brain loves ketones, so you start thinking more clearly. If you absolutely cannot do fasting, there has been so many studies that show if you just condense your eating and eat the same amount of calories, but during an eating window, let's say from noon till 6 p.m. every day, make it a habit so it's automatic, and you can eat the same amount of calories, you will actually live longer and healthier. because your body will have time in the other 18 hours to actually start restoring and uncouple mitochondria, can start producing keto bodies, and can heal. If you're constantly eating, your body is spending all the energy on digesting, and it can never switch to restoring mode. So that's why the more time you spend eating in a day, the shorter is your lifespan. The longer you want to live, you have to eat less. So condense your time window from 12 to 6, and you can see amazing studies that show incredible health benefits and weight loss. They actually had an Olympian study where they had two teams on the same amount of calories, same amount of exercise. They watched them for many months, and one team had like 10-hour eating window from 10 in the morning till 8 p.m. at night, and the other one had a 6-hour eating window from 12 to 6. And guess what? Even though they had the same amount of exercise, calories out, same amount of food in, calories in, actually the team that was on 6-hour feeding window performed better and lost weight. Isn't it amazing proof? So you have knowledge. Knowledge is power. Please follow me for more. Again, this is my 72 hours. And if you want to know what you can take, water, mineral water without sugar or stevia, any artificial sweeteners will shut up your insulin. Please don't destroy your fast efforts. No artificial sweeteners. Absolutely no soda of any kind. Diet soda, non-diet soda. It will take you out of fast immediately and destroy your efforts. No alcohol of any kind. What you can have is herbal tea. And I make a wonderful tea. I actually put it in a pot, I boil it. I put green tea, black tea, organic preferably. Then I add laurel leaf and other spices for antimicrobial, antiviral, to help my body reduce the viral load on the body, the microbial load on the body, and to heal. Because a lot of those herbs, they were as precious as gold. Remember those wise men that went to see Jesus? They gave him a gift of Frankenstein and clove, spices. They were as good as gold. They are still as good as gold, because guess what? They uncouple our mitochondria. They allow our mitochondria to actually produce heat, to work better, to replicate, and to create more energy for us. So that's wonderful. So I add a lot of spices. I add clove, laurel leaf, oregano. If you have thyme, add that. Turmeric is also very good, and it lowers. I guess turmeric you can offset because it may lower your blood sugar, and you don't need to lower your blood sugar anymore. So I also added eucalyptus leaf. So I boiled that for like 10 minutes. Then I pour it in like a drinking thermos cup, and I walk around with that. And then I also mix it with water. I don't put a lot of tea, so it's not very concentrated. I don't need a lot of caffeine. But that green tea also has polyphenols. Well, polyphenols. That's a wonderful power for our body to heal. That's what protects the leaves. That's why we want to eat the rainbow, because it's polyphenols that actually protect the body and protect the leaves from solar exposure. And they have so much solar exposure, if they didn't have polyphenols, they would die. So we need those too. And it's our bacteria that actually process polyphenols and then makes them useful to our body. So just applying polyphenols to skin is not going to help. We have to digest it, have our bacteria process it, and then it will be helpful. So again, this is my proof of my ketosis. Ketone. It has, see, mine is like red, so I have really high ketosis. You see it? Super red. So I have super lots of ketone bodies. I got into ketosis within 24 hours of my last meal, Sunday, January 7th. And I'm fasting and praying. I actually started on Christian Christmas in the old Orthodox calendar. So I keep praying for my liberty. I have been a hostage to the United States for 4 years. They have taken my children, they have taken my liberty, they continuously abuse me. Courts don't read any paperwork I provide and just denied all my pleadings to go home to Europe. So please, if you can say a prayer for liberty of Anna and healing of Anna, I would be grateful. Namaste, and may God bless all of us and heal us. Amen.